again, and I can't go into the other room to get a clearer picture of my face because my phone's on charge. Again, I never had any money issues. Giovanni was bankrupt when I met him. The lies started in the last 9 years because my mother tried to scam for Faith Rackley, the deadbeat loser half caste. I don't use drugs. Never have. I've barely drunk alcohol in my life. Wasn't using drugs in Sydney. And just because people I affiliated with did, that doesn't come back onto me. Didn't buy drugs for people. Wasn't spending my money on people. Giovanni lied. Okay, and it was easy to do with my mother because she wanted to use those lies for her scam. Now, I've given my loyalty to Belinda Jeffries and even Walter Kennard, what he was getting up to in 2016, and everybody else for long enough. You were asked to help correct lies about me before it got out of control. It's out of control in the last 9 years. So I've got no qualms standing in front of a magistrate saying, yeah, Walter Kennard brought all this cocaine into my place in 2016 for Belinda Jeffries' birthday. He's a supplier. He must have got it from his dealer, Monty, or maybe Belinda Jeffries' dealer, Ush. I don't have any qualms saying that because I never did anything wrong, especially when I've got toxicology reports around those times that show I didn't. What I have is a scamming mother that's lied to people for her own benefit. My ex-partner, Giovanni, his nose out of joint because I stopped paying his way in 2015. That's what this is. Now, I've said back in 2016 I've had enough. Now I have had enough and I'm pissed off. I've said back in 2017 when I was harassed by people from Tamworth, enough. I'm not from there. Who the fuck's this Michael Long and Deb Mears? I'm not going to get dragged into things just because I affiliate with people and what they get up to. I don't give a shit. Giovanni never had any money. Giovanni lived in a share house when I met him, broke ass poor, struggling in fucking debt. Giovanni was going to move back to Adelaide. He had no other choice when I met him and he came and stayed over at my place in Surrey Hills. Giovanni lived without having to ever pay a cent towards living costs right up until well after I moved into apartment 5 in Rushcutters Bay. These other people that jumped into this bullshit, one of them is that Stephanie DeSalis, and everybody was told, don't message that Stephanie DeSalis because we are not friends and we were never friends. You were told I won't repeat myself again. But when I've said that she was told to fuck off and never show her face again in 2006, and then she pops up again 9 years later. Now, I've had a gutful. I've had a gut for the people downstairs. I've had a gut for this shit going on for 9 years, costing me my money, my damage, my assets, what I worked for at Star Casino. And I was on $47,730 a year, which doesn't seem a lot of money now. But 20 years ago in my 20s when I was on almost $50,000 a year. And you know who has their nose out of joint about that? Marianne Mahowski, Christy Childs, Robin Childs, my own twin sister Amanda, my mother. Yeah, I was on good money. Plus, I worked 2 side jobs, labouring during my 20s. Why did I have what I had? Because I worked for it. There was no spending money or wasting money or any bullshit. There was me getting lied about, and I've got a scummy, scamming family that think they're smart asses, that they can keep doing this, and they've done it. Now, I'm not backing down. Walter Kennard, you brought cocaine for Belinda Jeffries, whether you're dealing it or whatever you were, or you got it off your drug dealer, Monty, to my place. Was it October 2016 for her birthday? Look, I'm being smart. I'll stand in front of a magistrate and say it. I've asked for this shit to stop, haven't I? 9 years since Giovanni scammed this shit and started making up bullshit stories because I dumped his ass. That's what this has to do with. And we're talking about before the stories he made up in December 2015. We're talking back around April, just after April 2015. And it's easy done with the cunts of women on my mum's side. So I tell you now, I will stand in front of a magistrate and say that and make those statements, which are true. They can be backed up through a detective and investigation. You want me to be a smartass? I will. Because I've had a gutful of every day putting up with this shit for 9 years. And I'm paying for it.